Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Mike Zuber, one rental at a time, back with my non-QM lender, Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. So we're going to go over my deal, right? Something I'm doing. People don't realize I'm still growing, adding stuff to my portfolio. But before we do that and get into all the numbers, do that marketing stick so we can just move on.
Thank you. Again, although I happily work for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. And let's get it going.
Very cool, folks. So what we're going to do here, folks, I've been telling you for a couple of weeks now, I am taking cash out of a building that I own free and clear, and I'm going to be buying an asset. So we are going to look at that together as if I paid cash, if we look at the loan I am getting, and then we probably will just see we can't do it creatively like it was going to be a BRRRR project, which I haven't added the numbers yet, but we will do that together. So Here we go. Let me bring this up. And again, folks, what you will be looking at here is a version of what's in my course, what my students get out of the gate. So Stephen, let's put us right in the middle here. All right.
Okay.
So can you see the spreadsheet?
I can.
All right. So we're going to go through the deal row 3, like if I was going to buy cash. So
right.
So I have a duplex that I'm buying for 188 grand. If I was going to pay cash, that's obviously 188,000 bucks. Right. I'm going to plan to put in $15,000. It's already been remodeled, but I'm expecting more. Actually, you know what? I don't expect it to be 15. I expect it to be 10. So let's at least make these numbers real. All right. I'm going to assume there's still some closing cost here. So yeah, let's assume 2 grand. Okay. So again, total cash, if I do everything cash, is going to be $200,000. It's $180,000 purchase, 10K repair, 2K closing costs. With me so far?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So again, what would the mortgage payment be? It'd be a big fat 0 because I don't have debt. So insurance and taxes, I'm just taking a ratio. This is about what it is in California, 1.016. Please use your state. Every state is different. I have property management in at 7%. That is what I pay. I have a big portfolio. So again, I get a discount. It's actually, let's leave it there. It's actually 6%, but whatever. Again, this will be a fully remodeled unit when I'm done. So I'm setting aside some reserves of 50 bucks here. So my total expenses here are, you know what, let's make this 100 bucks. Let's do this too. So let's make it equal. So again, my total expenses for the month are 477. I expect to earn at least 1,800 a month. That'll be the floor. It could actually be 2 grand, but we will do this at 1,800. And what we have here is my cash flow, right? It's simply rent minus my expenses.
Okay.
That's my yearly cash flow. And again, I do my math, 7.9%. Right. That's if I pay cash.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what are you helping me with? You are helping me do a 50% loan on this property. This is the second deal we were doing together.
Now, where are we? Because we're doing 2 loans. We're doing the residential.
This is the residential, the 399.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So same deal, right? Same purchase price. I'm coming in with 50% because I'm doing your fast 50.
Right.
I think that's what it's called, right?
Correct.
Okay. So same repair cost, which is going to come out of my pocket. Closing costs. So my total cash in the deal on this one's going to be 106. So at 3.99, I did the math before we started, but I got a 448 payment. What do you get?
So what loan amount did you use? Yep, 94,000. 30-year term, and we said 3.99% share payment. 448.23.
Yeah, so I rounded to 448. Okay, taxes and insurance are the same. Property management. Why is my property management different? Oh, that's because I didn't do that right. So let's bring that down. All these numbers should be the same. So in this example, my total expenses are $925. Why? Because I have a mortgage payment, folks. A mortgage payment. Rents are the same. Cash flow takes a hit because I'm paying the mortgage payment. Again, that's a fully burdened 30-year amortized, 30-year fix. Can't, if the property drops, can't take it away from me. It's
right.
Principal and interest, the full boat. So my yearly cash flow drops, but now my return is 9.99%. Folks, in my market, an average deal is 6%. I could get that with cash, but again, I'm getting basically a 10% return using getting a 50% loan. So that's why I'm doing this deal, because I can get basically 10%. And that's with my lowest rents possible. But what I wanted to try to do with you here is I want to try to treat this like a BRRRR project, pretending like it was back in the day and I was just getting started and I didn't have these numbers. So if we were going to do a BRRRR project together,
right,
I have to bring in 20%, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So we cover 80% of the purchase and 100% of the rehab.
So yeah, so I really don't know how this is going to work out. So we still have the same purchase price.
Yeah. This reminds me of doing a pop quiz.
Yeah, exactly. Let's actually make this, let's do this a little different because but what you will do is you will cover the repair money, right?
Correct, 100% of it.
All right, so let's actually make this a purchase price of 150. So it won't be
Okay.
quite apples to apples. I just want the repair money to be something different.
Right.
So
Well, it has to be, because, yeah.
yeah. So I'm going to come in here with 20%.
Okay, so it's 30.
Yeah, I just want to make this math so I can do it later.
No.
So I got to bring in 30 grand. But what I'm going to do now is, so I'm going to assume there's 38K in repair. Let's assume 20. Let's assume 28 because I want to have some equity for my work.
Right.
All right, we'll still do 2 grand in repairs.
And you want to make, yeah.
And then we're going to flip the financing later. So again,
Right.
what would my rate be on something like this? I have no idea.
699.
All right, so let's call it 7%. So in this case, we're borrowing, just so I have the math right, we're going to borrow 148, right? We're going to borrow the 120 for the purchase and the 28, correct?
Correct.
All right, so let's do the math. 148, 148,000, and now our interest rate, let's just call it 7%. So I have a payment of 985. Okay, so we'll use all the same numbers. I'm just trying to do this fast.
Now on this one, the closing costs are going to be different though.
Okay, what are the closing costs going to be?
So on the BRRRR, our normal costs are 2 points plus 999.
Okay, so
for underwriting, and then you could pay those 2 points on the exit on the refinance out of the BRRRR, out of the rehab money. So then now the cost of getting into it, while you're stabilizing it and you need the payment relief, are going to be the 999.
All right, so let's call this 1,000 maybe. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So in the end, folks, we're just starting with this one, right? You get in, you get out. It's not a great deal as of yet, although shockingly, it's almost 7%. But now let's flip the financing, right? Okay. So now you're 6 months later, you're exiting. You got signed leases, you got all that stuff.
Yep.
Now it appraises at 188.
Now you can go conventional if you can still.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I always ask that first and foremost. If at the end of your rehab, after at the 6 month mark, because that's where conventional will recognize new higher appraised value. All
right, so let's just say this is conventional. Let's say it's let's say it's worth 200 grand.
Right. As far as ARV.
Right. So you're gonna leave 40K in the deal.
Okay.
Right, because they're gonna likely do an 80% LTV. But let's see where that leaves you. So 200 grand, the refi is going to be 160. So you're paid back. Right. The 120 is paid back. The 28 is paid back.
Right. And they walked away with 12 in their pocket.
They walk away with 12. Well, they walk away with 11 because you paid your closing
roughly.
costs.
Right. I see what you're saying. Net. Correct.
All right. So this is going to have some costs. So let's leave that there.
Okay.
You're not going to have any repair costs. So you're walking, let's just say oh, wow. So you're walking away with about 10 grand. Yeah, let's call it 8 grand. So you're plus $8,000. But this loan is going to be, it'll be.
Now you're using really conservative numbers, but if you remember your real flip, it was like 142 purchase price, 65K rehab, and then 308 value or ARV. Do you remember that one? So when you do those kinds of numbers, now it's like, holy, not only did you get everything back, but you walked away with 80K. Remember when we did those numbers?
Oh, I do remember. Yeah. I mean, this is, I'm just trying to do everything with this one. This is still going to be a home run.
Right. Oh, no doubt.
So 160. And then
there's
now,
go
ahead. I'm just trying to do the math.
No, I agree. I just want people to understand because I tend to be very exact. As far as closing costs, I know you're using general numbers, but there's going to be other third-party fees just to kind of add that up. But it's pretty much relative to what the loan amount is. So I don't know if we can use an average, but I just want to be exact. You're still walking away, positive, but I think the numbers would be a little bit slightly different.
If anybody wants real numbers, call Steven. I'm just trying to do my best here.
Sorry. I know it's the Asian in me, the number thing. Sorry.
It's all right. Learn how to use Excel, Zuber. All right. So that's that. So I'll catch everybody up on what I'm doing because I had no idea how this was going to turn out. And I still don't.
Me neither.
This is actually an infinite return. Well, how do I do that? Oh, because of down payment.
Right.
Oh no, the total cash is not 160. It's negative 8 grand, which just blows this up. So that's why this is wrong, because you actually have zero money in the deal.
Correct.
Yeah. So that just makes this, this is infinite. Yeah. So again, why is it infinite, folks? Because again, just an example, you did a BRRRR, you bought a flip, you borrowed 120 grand of purchase, you borrowed the full 28, you put up, actually, you didn't even do this. Shit. You only put in 20 grand.
Yeah.
Because this is actually borrowed money in this example.
Right.
Right. So boom, 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 get that back 6 months later. Because here you're at basically 7% or 7% financing. Then you flip to conventional. You're getting all this. Steven gets paid off. Velocity gets paid off. You walk away with 8 grand and you have no cash in the deal.
Well, because maybe it's because I'm looking at this thing. The mortgage payment of 718. What's that based off of?
That's based off a conventional 3.5%.
Okay, good. Okay.
160K loan. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So basically you're making 7 grand. Oh my God. You're making 7 grand a year and you got an 8K check at closing. And you have no money in the deal.
Right. Well, when you're doing the numbers that way, yeah, because again, relative to traditional hard money, that's where we kind of fill that underserved space between bank loans or conventional and traditional hard money. So
a
lot of my rates are typically better.
Yeah, a lot of my students should be looking at stuff like this as the market softens into the end of the year. What's a BRRRR going to be like, right? It's going to be basically you're buying a property that won't go conventional. So it needs love. In this case, it needs 28K of love, and you're getting a discount. Definitely get a discount. Don't pay retail.
Right.
Then the money doesn't matter, right? In this case, I'm paying 7% interest for basically 6, maybe 8 months.
Right.
And then again, a lot of my students can still get conventional. I can't. So in this case, I got a 3.5%, 30-year fixed, 80% LTV loan, and they have an infinite return.
It's a no-brainer when it comes to if you kind of got your system in place and you're able to rehab quickly without unforeseen delays or what have you. That's going to cause it to go beyond the 12 months. But typically, if you know what you're doing and you got a good smooth crew, you can flip your money so much quicker. If you haven't already hit that conventional threshold to BRRRR out of it, but even if you do, I can still help you with that. And we're pretty damn close now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you can pay out of your equity to buy down the rate as well to get down to 3.99, even if you're above the 50% LTV. So it still works out.
Yeah. So folks, that's actually going to be topic number 3. We didn't have a topic number 3. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about what systems and processes you have to have in place in order to do something like we just discussed, because an infinite return is pretty sexy. So Steven, how do you want them to reach out to you?
sdow@velocitymortgage.com.
And then
right below you,
right there. And then put ORAT in the subject line so it gets through the firewalls. ORAAT. Thank you, Steven.
Correct. Appreciate you.